Hi, I'm Ultraviolet. Welcome to
Hi everyone, welcome to Strong Fire Tarot. My name is UV, short for Ultraviolet, the light that can see in the darkness. And today we're going to be doing a reading for Pisces Collective. So you don't necessarily have to be a Pisces sun sign to resonate with this reading. You just see how its magnetic push and pull may be affecting you. And if you don't resonate, it just means that it doesn't align with your direction in life. So just discern from the messages, take the wisdom that does serve, and the rest leave it. If not, you could go watch another reader, another reading, another sign, whatever is best for you. Remember, I know nothing. You have your own purpose, so you always have your own intuition that you have to honor here. The other thing is that I speak multiple languages, so you will see, like, I invent words. I have an accent sometimes that comes out of nowhere, so bear with me, okay? So let's begin. The vision I had for Pisces: you're a cashier at this cafe type place, and this customer is just like a Karen, right? But in this case, it was a man for some reason. But this man was holding up the line, acting funny. People were starting to get like a bit annoyed by his behavior. He was loud. He didn't care about anybody else. He would touch things without care. Like he grabbed 2 yogurts, broke one, and he's like, I need another one. And he didn't want you to charge for the other one, you know, because it was an accident. And then it's like the gingerbread coffee and but he does it in a way that it doesn't look mean. It's like he looks like he's joking or something, you know, but he's all holding up the line. He's not paying for something he broke. He's making you feel small, like you have no control over the situation. So maybe you're dealing with a situation that people are testing your patience. You don't want to judge people for how they're behaving because you don't know what this person is, right? So, or why they're like that. So you're trying your best to not be judgmental. You're trying your best not to react to the circumstances, the situations that you're facing. You're trying to keep everybody under control. You know, you're like, okay, I don't want the line to start like a fight here because he's wasting too much time. Like people usually they want their coffee fast, you know, because they got to go to work or something, and he knows that. So this person is very aware of how much space they take, you know, and I guess they want to feel like, I would say like entitlement, but it's not necessarily just entitlement. This person here, I have a feeling that they're alone, and when they're in public, they want to be seen, you know. So we don't know why people behave certain ways sometimes, so let's try our best not to judge, right? So we're trying our best not to judge, not to lose our shit, not to lose our temper, to try to be understanding, how to communicate that, like, sorry, but you have to pay for what you broke without causing a scandal, you know. So it's all about like, how can I control my own energy so I could influence the righteous behavior in others. 333. So it's very hard, this how to use our own energy to counteract an energy that's causing havoc, that's making disturbing the peace. Okay, so let's begin the reading. I hope you all are well. If you want a private reading with me, watch till the end for more information, or all the information is in the description box below. And thank you so much for your comments, your like, your shares, your subscribes, all of that. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to meet you. Confused. This just fell out of nowhere. And kind in reverse, right? So you're like, how do I handle this situation? These people are not nice. They're not kind. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, they're Karens, right? Like, and it's sad because I know a Karen and she's actually a beautiful person. And I'm like, it's sad that they use that name to describe annoying people, right? But this person that's not kind, there's probably a reason why they're behaving, a reason really deeply buried about why they're behaving in such a way, right? And you're confused as to how to handle it. How do I handle these people that test my patience, right? You don't want to lose control here. You're like, okay, I gotta control the situation. You're holding on to your seats. You're like, okay, let me not tell them off. Let me just punch this coffee here. Right? How do I keep the situation positive, happy? You know, everybody's happy. And you look at the other clients, you know, in my vision, and you're like, it's okay, I'm going to try to handle this as soon as possible. And they're understanding with you. They're like, it's not your fault, right? It's this person that's holding up the line here. So some people out there do, most people are understanding to unfair situations here. So let's see what's going on. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, so this person, they know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it in a kind but not nice, like nice but not nice way. And they're waiting for your reaction. They're waiting for you to tell them, like, sorry, sir, you have to pay for that, so they can explode and tell you off, right? Because you did not do right by them, right? They're waiting for that opportunity. So maybe people around you are waiting for an opportunity for you to say something, to do something, act on something that they're instigating, right? These are instigators, and they're waiting for the opportunity for you to just say, like, no, that's not correct, and that's when they will explode on you. So you're like, how do I handle unkind people, right? You don't want to be a bitch. You're like, I need to cut this out, but I don't want to be confrontational. So this is the whole energy again. Let me see. How do you want, yeah, drama, exactly. Conflict, you're avoiding conflict. You're like this person that has no self-love, right? But is a bit, I feel a bit of narcissism too. Like it's all about them, right? Nobody else matters, but they don't have self-love. So it's all a facade. And they're full of chaos inside, drama. They love drama. They love to instigate people. They love to feel, they love to cause people to lose their emotional balance here. So instigate emotions that are not nice. So these people feed on drama. So how do we handle these people, God? How do we handle people that instigate, people that love drama? How do we face this? Yeah, high priestess, right? Inner knowing. They won't change. Death in reverse. Second, how do we handle this situation? Justice. Okay, so they're like, these people don't change. These people behave like that. They love drama. They love to instigate. They love making people feel that they have no self-control. Because these people are dead on the inside. They lost things that caused them to be bitter, and God is like that. They will get justice, right? But they have such bad karma already for behaving like this that at this point they don't care. So these people exist. So you don't have to. You just have to block the impulses. You know, you're like, no, don't react. You're like, okay, sir, no problem. Okay, no problem. Sorry, sir, and. Because major arcana, it's death in reverse and justice. You have to avoid them and like at all costs, right? But if you're facing them at work or anything, right, and you just can't get rid of this person, I feel like killing with kindness, right? Like, oh, okay, thank you, sir. Oh, no problem. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir, but you broke it. You're gonna have to pay for it, you know. And if they start attacking you, you call the supervisor, right? You call the person that's in charge, and that person will make the final decision. The judge, right? The justice. It's like the judge, the highest authority. If they really lose their shit, you know, because you're just doing your job, and you're like, but you have to pay for what you broke, and they're like, no, I won't, and they start being defensive because you're just doing your job. Then you have to leave it to a higher power here, an authority figure. You can participate because these people, they feed on chaos. They just love it. And if you participate in the energies that they're bringing you. It's like, no, you deserve to feel good about yourself today. So try to end the situation as fast as possible. Avoid conflict, confrontation as much as possible. Get rid of that situation and handle it like a high priestess, right? So it's like, you stay like almost like nun-like energy, a monk, you know, like, no problem, like, okay, thank you so much, like, it was nice, a pleasure serving you, you know, as kindly as possible. Because if you start looking at them like, what's your problem, like, can you hurry up, like, you know, if you give them that energy, they will have reason to give you ill feelings, right? Don't give them reason to throw ill feelings at you. So you stay in your true nature, right? You block out what they're trying to bring out in you. You block that out. You're like, okay, no problem, sir. Thank you. Like, you just be very kind, because they're waiting for you to not be kind. So that's when they enter and start attacking you because they love the drama. the Fool, the sword of truth, right? God sees everything, because Keter, that's 0, Keter. 1 is the truth, the sword of truth, so the truth will win. And here it's like these people don't feel sorry for how they get their things, right? Whatever, when they want something, they don't care if they have to behave immaturely to get it, right? But these people are not sorry for that behavior, so to argue with them is just a real waste of time. So you leave it to the person, authority, like, look, he doesn't want to pay, I don't want to deal with this, you know? Like, try not to deal with it. And here it's like the truth is always noticed, and these people are paying karma. That's why they're like that. At this point, they're just so karmic. So these people exist to keep us in our nature. These people are in a mental torment. They're alone, they're in a depression, they're not okay, right? So obviously when they go out, they want to project that onto others. They want you to feel what they're feeling every day, which is depression, mental torment. They're losing their minds, right? They're overthinking because they don't have anyone. So just bless them. Like I said, like a nun, right? You have an inner knowing, your intuition. You have to go with your intuition. Like, how do I handle this? You know, and always keep like a sincere. You have to be that person for real. This Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, very giving, very fair. You know, she's like, no, I take care of this business. You know, like, sorry, sir, this is my business. I paid for that yogurt, and like you dropped it. You have to pay for it. You know, like no. Or if not, like, if it's not that important and you rather keep the peace, you know, there's a lineup of like 10 people. That $2.50, is it important? You know, so. Justice, like balance the scales. Like, is it worth causing havoc here, or just get rid of that person, right? And as a barmaid, I could tell you that some clients, I had an instigator, and after a while, like what he did was so bad, but so bad to the point where one of the workers, well, I'm gonna mention it, but she had a miscarriage because of the stress that that person caused that day. And these people are not okay. They're depressed. They're to throw that kind of energy at people that are pregnant. Like, seriously, like they're very selfish, and they don't notice that they're behaving like that because they're miserable. So I saw that person later, and he was so like, it faisait pitié, genre, like, I pity these people. Like, you look at them and you're like, oh my god, that's a sad life for real. Like, a lonely man, like, growing old, a shitty job, you know. And because of what he did, my boss had to barred him from the bar, so he's not allowed to come in anymore. So there comes a limit, right? When they cross a limit, it's like you have to make your authority decisions. Like, look, you disturb the peace here too much, so you're gonna have to go, right? So the person in charge is responsible of keeping the peace. If not, it's the person in charge that gets the karma, right? Because a worker can only do so much, right? This person here has no authority, but this is your business, right? This is your house. This is your world. This is your body, right? If people are disturbing your peace, you're gonna tell them, like, politely, the first time, like, listen, I don't like the way you're behaving. I don't think I deserve that. I think we could treat each other better. Do you agree? Yes, no problem. Like a high priestess, like a nun. It's like accepting to all. We don't reject none. We don't know what that person is going through to want to instigate others, you know, so we feel what he feels daily. But if they don't change, then justice, right? You're gonna have to call the justice, like the cops. You're gonna have to call an authority figure that has control over the person that's causing problems here if they cross a line, because you're not participating. Do not participate. You just try to end the transaction as soon as possible, like minimal interaction with these people. No, he's saying no. He's like, even if you try to help them, right? Let's say there was no clients after him, so he had time to talk with you. Find something to do. You're like, okay, sorry, sir, I have to go take care of something, but it was nice talking to you. You know, like, that's what I would do when clients would try to take too much of my time. It's like, I have to go past the broom. I'm sorry, I can't really, like, I had to find something to do. Like, I gotta keep working. I can't talk too much, you know, like, my boss won't like that, you know? So find a way to escape the situation. You're smart, right? You're very smart. Yeah, these people, yeah, because I said, like, don't try to figure out, like, okay, sir, like, is everything okay, you know? Like, these people are in that mental torment because they're karmics. They're paying karma for something, for multiple things that they've done in the past that they did not repent from. So at this point, they have eternal damnation. So they suffer daily. They're not okay. So they want to throw some of that not okay feeling onto others because they can't handle it alone. So if you waste your time trying to help that person that's in an eternal damnation, trust me, as a barmaid in a really karmic bar, these people don't let go. These people don't see wrong. These people see themselves as victims to their karma, right? They're entitled. They're like, no, I deserve what I want, and no, I did nothing wrong. And it's not true. The universe knows that they're not putting out good energy out into the universe, you see? Good energy, positivity. They know that they don't put good energy. Look, they're looking the other way from the sun. They're always looking at problems, drama, fight. What can I gain? What can I gain? What can I gain? Like, where can I take? Like, how can I make someone's day miserable? I'm like, oh, look, that person has energy. Let me take from there. Let me take from there. You know, these people are energy vampires. So be careful trying to help these kinds of people. You're going to drain yourself. And then you're going to have to heal the situation. So don't go forward with these stubborn people, right? And behave like this, that don't have nothing. They keep losing. All I do is lose, 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 no matter what. Like, look, it's all dark here. It's all negative. It's sad because some of these people that behave like that, the reason they have such bad karma, it's the Ace of Cups here. It's because they're insecure. They have no self-love. They don't like how they look. They don't like who they are. They don't like their job. They don't love themselves at all. And that's the biggest karma you can get. It's not what you do to others. It's what you do to yourself. So if you don't treat yourself right, but you treat the whole world right, you still pay karma for that, because the first person you need to treat right is yourself. So these people, because they have no self-love and they don't change their behaviors, they're constantly paying that karma. So now they just want to start conflict all the time. So you need to be aloof and not even look into that direction. Don't give them energy, because God sees the truth. God knows the truth. You know the truth. Everybody saw the truth, that person was wasting time. They broke the yogurt, you know. So no, you know, so don't give it any emotions. Don't waste your time empathizing with these people. Because like we say, like, oh, we have to feel empathy for others. Yes. But it doesn't mean I need to suffer whatever they're suffering or waste my time, you know? It's like, oh, look at them, like, that's the life they chose. But you have to look the other way. You have to look towards positive things, the sun, your future. You can't focus on people that have no future because they're eternally damned. What do you gain from that? You will just lose patience and you will see no change. I could promise you that. As a barmaid, I tried to help everyone for 6 years in that fucking place. I could tell you 6 years later that all my clients were exactly where I met them. Not one person let go of their way of thinking, their greed, their entitlement. Not one person changed in that bar. These people fear change so much that when I started to change, they demonized me. They treated me so badly when they started sensing change in me, because they're like, oh, they don't recognize that. They're like, oh no, change. Ugh. Like, they're not comfortable around change, these people. They're stuck in they've been doing the same thing for years, decades. I don't know, some clients 60 years working jobs that they gambled their whole life away. You know, these people are making their choices, and you're not responsible for how they treated the opportunity to live in this beautiful world. Their world is upside down because they took it for granted, because they chose to hold on to greed, to things, materialistic things. So they didn't quit jobs that were killing them because, no, I need to keep my money. It's all about gain, greed, stability, and they made bad choices because they didn't trust God, that security wasn't everything, right? So they sold their souls, and now they're getting older and they're frustrated because they didn't live life the way God intended them to live life, right? Like this, having faith in every step, right? No matter what. Like, I can quit this job. I'm not happy there anymore. I could go here. I could go there. Like, this feeling is more like carefree, and here they lived in fear of not being able to retire, not being able to pay their bills, not being able to. So because they were controlled by fear and lack of self-love, and they, you know what, sometimes I'm like, maybe they have like, oh no, I'm not gonna say that, never mind, sorry. So you have to make sure that your life here, because you see the truth, you know how they're behaving, so you have to make sure that you don't get affected by people that don't see any wrong in their behavior. It's like, I'm not gonna let people that are delusional affect me. Like, it's just a waste of time here. But here I have a perfect match that I just noticed. The Queen and King of Pentacles. You have to try to treat them like you're Okay, that's like a trick or something. That's what they're saying. Make them recognize themselves in you so they don't treat you bad. And that's the trick that I had with people at the bar. I had to learn how to control the situations. If not, I forget it. So it's like make them feel that you're not as different from them, right? Recognize themselves from them. It's like, hi sir, how was your day? Oh, good. Yeah, mine too. It was a bit of meh, whatever. Okay. I'm like, oh, sorry, I have to keep serving people, but it was nice seeing you today. You know, you have to take control of the situation. Treat them like, yeah, we're equals. We fit together in this world, right? Treat them like they belong, because they don't feel like they belong anywhere here, so they just take a lot of space. So if you treat them like they belong somewhere, they're gonna let go of their defensiveness, and they're gonna not want to treat someone that treats them like an equal like that, right? Yeah, relate to their situation. Just like one thing, it's like, sir, how you guys having a good day? And they're like, not really, my boss. I'm like, yeah, I can understand that. I'm like, I'm stuck here all day, but I'm like, so what's your order? Like, no problem. Okay. And then you go on. Like, don't continue the conversation, just mirror the client. And that was a trick in sales, that you have to mirror the client's type, right? So there's yellow, blue, red, or yellow. So
Green.
is it a more introverted person, extroverted person? Is it a happy person that likes to make decisions like, oh, I love this one, this is amazing? Or it's someone more strict in their decisions. It's like, no, I think I need something that's more secure, like than this. I don't know, I want something. So you have to mirror the energy that they're throwing at you, so they recognize themselves in you and they don't feel like attacking themselves, right? So this is neurological linguistic programming more than anything. Find a way to speak and project energies that keep you safe, because you're very intelligent here. You have to handle a business. So imagine people try to take advantage of you because you're a woman in business, right? Which was something that I faced a lot, right? Men that they think they know it all, right? And they see a little girl and I'm like, what does she know? But then I show up and I prove them wrong, right, in the first fucking week. So yeah, you're capable of more than you think, and you don't have to sell yourself too much. Results speak louder than words, and you handle your shit properly. So it's like, listen, this is a business. If you don't know how to behave next time, I'm gonna have to block you from this my business. And if you keep returning, I'm gonna have to call the cops. I don't play these games. I treated you with respect. I demand it. Done. Okay. But first, you try to treat them politely, right? But obviously, sometimes we have to protect yourselves, for sure. You don't need to eat everyone else's caca. Like, no, you can't stress all your life. And then you go back to the next client, like that client never existed, right? So the metaphor of clients, right? It could be any situation that you're dealing with people that are instigators. How do you handle them, right? It's either you avoid them at all costs, because that was the first thing that God said. Then it's like you make them feel that they can relate to you, right? Like it's like, no, I had a shitty day, my boss was shit to me, and you're like, yeah, I had bosses like that, I understand, you know. And then you find something else to do, you know, so they feel like you're a friend, you know. Ah, she understands me, they understand me. When they feel understood, they don't feel like attacking that person that understands them. So try to read about neurological linguistic programming here. Don't give in to their triggers. You stay in control, and then the next person that you deal with has nothing to do with that energy. Do not project, because that's something that I saw people do at jobs, which I was never like that. If one client treated me badly, it doesn't mean that the next client has to eat the shit that this person threw at me, right? So I've seen people that treated me like shit, because that's a waitress, right? Let's say a waitress, she had a shitty table, so the next table she's like, yeah, are you guys ready to order? Like, no, you don't treat me like that, because the last table was shit, right? You don't know if I'm a very good tipper. You don't know what I can give you. You don't know who I am. So every transaction, it's a new one, a clean slate, right? How do you treat me? It's justice. 11, like, it's 11. It's 1, 1. It's the mirror effect, right? What do you give me, I'll give you, right? So don't give me what someone else gave you. End the transaction and leave it there. Let it go. Let it go. That person just was frustrated that day. Who the fuck knows? Maybe they love it. I had so many excuses. Well, there could have been multiple reasons why they were behaving like that. Someone, they lost a job, they just got divorced, you know, whatever. They could be dealing with something. They got into a bad car accident. they lost everything, you know. So they took it out on someone, and you were there, and you're like, okay, well, I'm sorry you're going through all of that, but I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can't really keep talking. My boss is gonna get mad at me, or whatever, and or you just find something else to do. But let it go. Don't make it about you, right? It's not about you. It's all about them. Like, they're the ones that live like this. You live like this. You handle your own. So I'm hearing yellow wolf. No. I ain't nobody's clutch. I ain't the money man, make the money man. Yeah, looking at me. Looking at me, son. What can I do if I do what I get? But I'm not a fool, there's no need to pretend. Just because you got yourself in some shit doesn't mean I have to come deal with it. Handle your own and you become a man. Become a man when you handle your own. I'm not a fool, do what I get. What can I do if I do till it's gone, right? So you do what you can do till it's gone. And when it's gone, it's gone. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Don't repeat the situation in your head. Don't talk about it. They're not worth your energy. They're not worth a pentacle. You handle your own. Whatever they're handling, they're mishandling because they're paying karma for a lot of shit here because they refuse to change. And God hates people that don't change. Well, he doesn't hate nobody, but he didn't put you here to be stagnant, that's for sure. So people that don't live in their truth, they don't feel good. Because God is not going to make them feel good. Stagnancy doesn't feel good. You feel like you're cutting yourself. And it's a mental torment because your intuition is telling you, get out of there. You were meant to leave that place, that relationship, that job, whatever, a long time ago. So these people, because they hold on to everything, they don't know how to let go. They're hoarders, you know. So they're not like you. You're smarter than that. They don't put out good things into the world, so they don't receive good things, but they show that they're all good, you know. They show like they're the king of the place or whatever, but the real queen is right here. And that's you, a person that knows how to handle shit without having to show themselves too much, you know, like minimal interaction. So I'm hearing conversación tiene que ser corta. So it's like, you get to the point, like, don't waste my time, like, I gotta keep doing something. So you have to tell them, it's like, listen, it's not that I don't want to, it's not that I don't care about your situation, but I have to keep going, like, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you, maybe next time, okay, take your bite, right? Like, you have to know how to handle situations. If not, your time is ticking. Not everyone deserves your time, right? And it's like every transaction, it's like a table you're serving, right? Some tables are shitty. I had a table that made me lose my job, right? But I didn't like that place anyway, so I'm like, nah, well, I'm gonna get another job. And it made no sense, like, that my bosses didn't recognize that the table was the problem and not me, right? After, like, all the good comments all the other clients gave me, but they probably didn't like me or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Justice, I'm like, nah, they don't deserve me either, so fuck it. I'm not gonna give it more energy than that. Injustice happens, but justice is here. You will get your justice. So if they cross a line here that they shouldn't have, just let it God. Honestly. Some people are just not worth dealing with, to be honest. Look, they're constantly getting themselves in trouble. Constantly losing blessings. Because they don't invest their energy in the right thing. They talk about what happened to them 10 years ago, and they keep revisiting those energies. It's like, but you don't understand, my father was abusive. Okay, that was 20 years ago. He's not abusive today, right? You're an adult now. You could leave the house and you could handle your own, right? So listen to that song, Yellow Wolf, till it's gone, okay? Yeah, the world. You're protected by the world, right? So they can't really harm you. You have justice on your side, and that's my dream too. Yesterday, well, that was personal more than anything, but I'm sure that if you're on the divine journey, you have guardian angels with you, around you. And I'm pretty sure I have my great-grandmother, Mama, there with me. And I'm like, can I feel you? Can I touch you? And last night, because I was asking for that, I'm like, can I feel you guys? I'm not scared anymore. I really want to feel you. I'm like, can you hold my hands? So I've been trying to feel like them to holding my hands. And yesterday, finally, I felt her like holding both my hands, you know? And I was like, okay, I am surrounded by energies that are battling the invisible wars for me. So I don't need to do anything physically. I just have to nurture my own, right? The rest, it's handled in the 5D, 7D. You're something else. Okay? So that was Pisces reading. Very interesting. I'm gonna take a rebel deck. Give me a second. You guys for Pisces dealing with this. They are, right? You think someone is lying? They are. These people are liars. They're convinced about their lies. Like, you need to like try to leave the situation as soon as possible, right? These people, they're always whining, right? Because they live in fear. And you're like, fuck fear. You're not going to impose that shit on me. So these people need to stop fucking whining. But you need to leave the situation. When you see them that they're whining or just behaving weird, you need to take a fucking trip. Like, okay, I gotta go get some milk in the back, you know? Like, find a way to avoid the situation with people that are whiners, right? It will lie to your face. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it, right? You don't pity no one. You're like, no, man, you have a choice here. It's either you change and you pay your karmic debt, or you keep attracting conflict, but you're not going to throw that shit on me, right? Nobody's a victim in the divine world here. So go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. So that's what happens. They want to talk to people. They get lonely, so they want to talk to people, so they suck people's energy out there when they're very lonely, right? So it's good to empathize, but sometimes you know that they're karmic, right? They don't make good choices, so they don't deserve your time. Make better fucking choices. They made bad choices, so they want to talk to people, but no, you need to earn my attention, right? The transaction has to be reciprocated. I'm not a rehab center. I'm not I'm not a, what do you say that, those hybrid cars with plugs, you know, I'm not a charger. So I'm here to serve. Like, I gave you what you came here for. The rest, leave it at home, right? You're not responsible for other people's choices and karma, so you have your own to handle here, your own to attend. And try not to wish them like karma, right? Because that's a lesson that I've been facing recently, right? No, exactly. The heart glitched, the green chakra here, the green, it glitched because it's like they want you to be mean, right? Unkind here. They want to bring out the worst in you. And when you don't, they get confused as to like, fuck, is it me the bad person? So by not reacting, you make them reflect, actually. That's how you change the world, by you staying in your truth. By you not giving energy and staying in this energy, that's how you influence positive change. Now that's when they want to match your energy. Now that's when they become kings of pentacles for a queen of pentacles, because you're not behaving like a page in reverse like they intended you to. So if you want the world to be a better place, don't wish ill on people that are already ill, clearly, right? 35. No, just minimal interaction and that's it, okay? Don't carry those feelings. Like, fuck that client, he was so annoying. Like, no, then you're as bad as them now, because you're talking bad about a person, you're judgmental, you don't know why they were acting like that, right? Whatever. So it's like, just ignore. Just pass to the next one and focus on that beautiful client that gave you a beautiful smile today, and she sung a song for you, and you're like, oh, that was the cutest interaction ever, right? And that person becomes irrelevant. They don't exist because that client is worth my attention. The one that made my day, not the one that tried to ruin it. And if I give it my attention to the one that tried to ruin it, then it did ruin my day because it got all my energy, right? They don't deserve it. So that was your reading, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a private reading with me, you just have to go to Facebook, Strong Fire Tarot. Click on the button book now, choose a time and day. I need 24 hours before. No need to tell me absolutely nothing about your situation. I get visions for you the day before. During the reading, I activate your chakras so you're more receptive. I do general readings to see where you're at on your journey right now, what you need to face in the present now, right? I don't like foretelling too much, even if I could. If you're not manifesting what you want to manifest, then what's the point? I'd rather you correct your behavior today to go towards the future that you truly desire, you truly deserve. And then after the general reading, you can ask me specific questions if you want. So if you don't have Facebook, you could always email me, strongfiretarot@gmail.com, and say that you would like to book a private reading with me, and I will message you back with further information. For the price, if you can't afford $70 for a non-toxic reason, right? You don't invest in gambling, cigarettes, alcohol, but you lost the job and right now you can't afford it, you know, I will still provide you with a reading, and you can give me any donation, whatever it feels fair to you at the end, right? But I always need a deposit of $20 before 24 hours before, because I had the experiences with people that cancel and don't care about my time. So it's a minimum of $20 for my readings, and it's non-refundable. And the rest, it's like a tip, right? So you give me whatever donation you think the reading was worth to you, right? So I want to be accessible to all. I don't want to be greedy. So that was your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a beautiful day and night wherever you are. And I appreciate you so much for your comments, your likes, your subscribes, and your support. Positivity too. Bye.